Hi all, hope you all are doing good. I'm Shweta back with new information. So today I wanted to talk about CRQ, which is called change management, and this is one of the very important part of any releases, any project management. For any releases, it's important to understand that what all are the tasks assigned to it, and what is the work given for that release. So mostly for every releases there is having a release manager like Jira, where you will have all the informations about the task which will going to be completed. Different epics information will be added, which all team will be going to involve in, what is the scope of the all the tasks which have been assigned, is there any kind of testing involved in or not, and everything, all the informations you will get it from the release manager. So that's the one thing. With the help of release manager, you can create the Jira, so you can create the change management request. So here the role of the CRQ comes in. So the first thing is, while creating the CRQ, that is, we need an applications for doing so. So Remedy is one which is used for creating the CRQs. Further doing this, we need to have some prerequisites that needs to be followed up. So the first thing is, you should have all the informations about what the CIQ are going to create in. Once you have all this information, you should have the release manager ready. You should have everything done, and you should have the release key prepared while the CRQs needs to be started up. So once you are in the process of CRQ creations, the informations provided by the team, you need to fill all those informations into the CRQ. So there are multiple steps that's all going to be filled up. And once you have all the informations aligned, all the informations updated in the CRQ page, it will be into the draft version. So the initial version is always a draft version, and when you have some more informations lined up, like wanted to have some more details, some more tasks you want to add, you just have a very initial version, and you want it to going to complete in a future, while after some other works. So those things also, once all those informations updated, it moves to the planning in progress phase, that is called PIP phase. So PIP is a planning in progress phase, where you will say that your all the information from the perspective of the change management, from the perspective of the change, from the CRQ creations, is all aligned. Everything is updated, and you wanted to move ahead to the next stage. Mostly that depends on the client, that what client wanted. Either they can go for the review before it is sent to the approval, or else they can directly move it to the approval phase. So these things are only optional. It depends. Mostly it's good to review before you are moving it to the approval phase. So review with your team, review with the departments and everyone, all the stakeholders and everyone, and they all should be aligned, and they should be on the same page that this is what has been done, and this is what has been planned, and everything is all together correctly done into the CRQ. So that's a very initial phase, and that needs to be corrected when you're pushing to the SFA phase, that is called schedule for approval. So once it's pushed to the schedule for approval, then there are different departments, like when you are creating the task, you should know that which all tasks will have the departments, aligned departments involved in, who will going to provide the approvals. So all the departments which have the tasks aligned for the release, those all will going to give the approvals for the next phases. um, so you have to follow up with all the approvers, to provide the approvals. There would be a timeline to complete the approvals, from all the teams. There would be some meetings also you need to follow up with this team, that this is how the things. There will be some cross questioning also, like this is about the routing, about the task, about anything that's not mentioned, or something which is missed out, or something they wanted to specify before giving the approval. So those things will come up when you are sending for the approvals. So that is a very, very major part of the change management request. Once the schedule for approval is completed, it will directly push to the schedule state. Schedule state means your task, your change request, CRQ has been created, and there is a date assigned that when there will be the start date, and when there will be the end date. So once your all the approvals has been done, it will push to the schedule stage, and your work for the starting date, starting of the CRQ creation, starting of the task, everything will be on page. So that's something which needs to be started. There would be some time span. Suppose I will say that it's a week of time. It started today, and on Friday, suppose today is Monday, my work has been started on Monday, and it will get end on Friday. So once it is started and completed, this is a deploying phase where the codes and everything will be deployed in the environment. Once the 5 days of the task completed, and we are on the end state, that is on Friday, the all tasks are closed and completed. So we have a time span, we have a week of time to complete and close everything whatever has been assigned during that CRQ. In between doing this, it's important to understand the release manager, understand that whatever the stories has been assigned for that release, they all should be closed accurately with all the evidences and all the informations. Everything should be aligned, because end of the day we have to extract the evidences from the release manager, and we have to extract the evidences from the CRQ. So both things are very, very important from the audit perspective, because whenever we are creating the CRQ, we need to be sure that all documents, everything is aligned as per the company policies, and everything is done accurately. So that's just something which comes onto the checklist when the closure of the CRQs is done. So once the deployment is completed, all the tasks gets completed successfully, we go onto the CRQ. There is a new tab called closure tab, which will have all the informations in, and you have to mention that what happened, the project is successfully done, and if there is there any kind of issues still open, or any kind of things that you need to involve in. So those all informations needs to be updated in the CRQ. And also you need to provide the evidences, like you have already been communicated to the stakeholders that everything has been completed, and we are good to go. So those things, we need to mention, we need to add into the CRQ. So this is the closure phase, to be aligned in. And there is also from the client perspective, they wanted to keep all the data into repositories, like they wanted to have the evidences, that this has been done and it has been completed successfully. So there would be some repository where you have to extract the data from the release manager, as well as you have to extract the data from the CRQs. You extract the files, create a zip folder, and upload it to the repository, and then you are good to go. So this is the overall phase from where we start, from the initiation till the closure. So all the phases have a lot of works, a lot of things that needs to be done, and it needs to be done completely accurately. In between, if you miss anything, that would be again a challenging situations, because in the audit we have to be very sure that everything goes well, and if there is an error coming up, then why it is coming up, that needs to be resolved. So hope you like my video, hope you understand the whole cycle of CRQ, and I will try to create more if you wanted to have more information onto the change management and something related to the project management, something related to the release manager. And this kind of informations will help you to understand practically that how things happens. We have a lot of applications, we have a lot of informations available online, but it's important to understand practical work and how it's done. So this is what my experience is, and I will going to share with you all more. So stay tuned and see you in the next video. Have a good day. Thank you so much.